Well, there seems to be an overarching theme, not really, I guess not a requirement, but apparently it does help to have some form of sexual assault or misconduct or harassment or something in
General
order to work.
douchebaggery.
Yes, in order to work in the Donald Trump cabinet or to be picked and be in Donald Trump's cabinet.
Or like
Because
anyone Donald Trump spends time with, apparently.
Yeah, so as this is gonna have to be a multi-part series here because
There's too
apparently
many.
38%, according to Midas Touch, 38% of his cabinet have been involved in something inappropriate.
Oh my
So
God, that's
we're gonna
amazing.
go over just some of the people that are attached to
Yeah.
Donald Trump. Yes, first we have his choice for Secretary of Defense, a man who was never commanded anyone in battle. I mean, not as far as I know of, but now, and he was in the what National Guard or something like.
Yeah, I think so.
So he is now, and he's a Fox News host. Apparently, that also makes him qualified
Oh,
to
that's right.
run all of our military and have access to the nuclear codes.
That's
Um,
amazing.
he recently, a police report came out detailing this is from NBR. A police report gives details timeline of the sexual assault claim against Pete Hegseth. So the woman who accused the then Fox News host of sexual assault in 2017 said that while she did not have a complete recollection of the night in question, she remembered saying no a lot and alleged that he prevented her from leaving his hotel room, according to the police report. Now, on Thursday, Caroline Levitt, well, I don't know which Thursday this was, maybe a couple weeks ago here. I didn't look at the date on the
It's recent.
report here is recent. So Caroline Levitt, Trump band's transition spokeswoman, said, I can't believe a woman has the guts to actually come out and say this, said in a statement, this report corroborates what Mr. Hicks' attorneys have said all along. The incident was fully investigated. No charges were filed because police found the allegations to be false. Blah, blah, blah. Combat veteran, yada, 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 yada. Anyways, yeah, that's who's going to be running our military. I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
And guess
So
what?
excited.
There's also a recurring theme of reasons why they want to do recess appointments and skip the actual vetting process. Because not one of the
Mm-hmm.
people that Donald Trump is picking to be in his orbit should be anywhere near service in our government.
No.
Everyone's a monster. Now, someone else that we should be familiar with, a talking head of sorts, who's looking way worse for his wear after recently getting out of prison, Steve Bannon.
Yes.
Now, he, as of yet, doesn't have an official role, but
He
being
will.
a mouthpiece for Donald Trump, someone who helped spread and plan the insurrection, he'll be around. So let's just see what his history is about. Bannon, the Breitbart News chairman, tapped last week to head Trump's presidential bid. This was from originally 2016. Was accused by his wife at the time of grabbing her wrist and neck during an argument about their finances. The officer who responded to a 911 call, which abruptly ended when Bannon allegedly smashed the phone midway, said in the report that he observed red marks on the woman. Donald Trump has
Yeah,
a type. He
he does.
likes men that abuse women because his only understanding of women is servitude, whether it's
Right.
sexual, monetary, do this task for me, raise my child for me, whatever it is. Donald Trump doesn't look at women as human, let alone equals.
No.
So,
And let's not forget that Donald Trump told the women that he would protect them whether they liked it or not.
in
And
his own cabinet,
apparently that was code for we protect the men that abuse the women. Yeah, unless I'm misreading the room here. So,
no,
but I don't know.
who
Anyways,
else?
yeah, we also have RFK Jr.
Oh,
He's
goody.
also been involved in assault,
I
and I
love the
have
worm guy.
right. I have video I made of him just because he's now in charge of Health and Human Services and vaccines and healthcare information, pretty much everything. So yeah, this is who we have, man. These are our picks. So This is from November 21st. So this is recently. Former
Yep.
babysitter to RFK Jr.'s kids speaks out about sexual assault allegations. I have no memory of the incident, but I apologize sincerely for this is RFK Jr. talking. I have no memory of the incident, but I apologize sincerely for anything I did that made you feel uncomfortable or anything I did that offended you or hurt you. According to the screenshots that were shared. Oh my God. And just to show you who they put in charge of your health care now, a former heroin addict. And I'm not knocking addiction because I struggled years with addiction. It actually ruined my life. I lost everything as a result of it. But I would not even accept the job. I mean, I don't want anybody that used to do intravenous drugs, I'm sorry, or any hardcore drugs like that in charge of
Fair.
healthcare. That's insane. It should be a qualified medical professional that's spent their whole life dedicated to medicine and the advancement of medicine. This guy wants to put an 8-year hold on infectious disease research. What the fuck?
What? We've done enough? We've done enough
Right.
research? That's not how it
So,
works.
here's a couple videos. I smashed them all together for everybody. Here's a couple videos of him talking about using heroin and then talking about we don't know what's in these vaccines they're giving kids. I'm sorry, I have to laugh because
But the best
I'm
part
pretty
about
sure
this,
when you
no,
bought
go
your
ahead.
heroin, you did not know what was
Well,
in
maybe
it.
he
It's not
checked the
like,
label. He was like, "Oh, what are the nutrition facts?
yeah.
One serving size. Thank you."
Oh, yeah, I bought it from the reliable heroin dealer.
Yeah. The organic
He's-
one. The organic heroin deal.
It doesn't have any seed oils in it.
Yeah, but okay, to be fair, the
So
most
dumb.
ridiculous thing he says in these videos is what he used the heroin for.
Right. Now, then, like, think of this. Is this the message you want sending your kids? Like, are you having trouble studying and paying attention? Try heroin.
And I was at the bottom of my class. I started doing heroin. I went to the top of my class. Suddenly I could sit still and I could read. I was shooting. I was doing intravenous heroin. That was my drug of choice from when I was 15. And I couldn't understand why I couldn't stop. I was saying not one of the 72 vaccines mandated for children has ever been safety tested in pre-licensing placebo-controlled trials. Not one.
I would like to point out when he said that, he meant the standard vaccines like MMR that we give to all kids so we don't have
Yeah.
plagues in school.
Right.
Yeah, he's an idiot. Also, the drug notorious for people nodding off is maybe not the drug that kept you up at night. That was the cocaine.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He got his drugs mixed up. It does not make it. Maybe make
That's
you
the
think,
guy.
You might think you're paying attention, but in fact,
You're not.
You're drooling on yourself. Probably shitting
This is the
yourself,
guy
too.
that wants to make sure everyone can buy raw milk in the store.
Right.
Yay.
And there wasn't there a recent avian flu outbreak in the raw milk or something like that in
Yep.
California? Yeah. Let's
How
put
about
guy
this?
in charge.
Back on to the point of this episode, focusing specifically on the
Oh,
despicable treatment of women by these people. RFK Jr.'s wife killed herself after reading in his diary how many times he actually cheated on her. Okay.
right.
So I know this is going to be hard from some MAGA men to understand because you don't have actual functioning brains. Even if you don't beat your wife, the things you do that make her hurt in here, that's abuse too. So when you cheat on your wife dozens and dozens and dozens of times to the point it breaks her heart so much she kills herself, you are an abuser of your spouse. Period.
Yes. Not a good person. So all right, so that's RFK Jr. Who is next on the list of people, or one of our favorites?
One of the two people in charge of the Department of Government Efficiency, Elon Musk. Just another rich white guy paying the crime tax. What do I mean? Well, a SpaceX flight attendant said Elon Musk exposed himself and propositioned her for sex. Documents show the company paid $250,000 for her silence. And naturally, Elon Musk, who is so on point, is wondering to himself, is it really assault if I pay their salary? To be fair, men have been doing this for as long as they've allowed women in the workplace. Okay.
Mm.
They've decided to show themselves or force themselves on their coworkers and then threaten them or buy them off. When
Why
your
is it always?
company
Yeah.
is agreeing to pay off that person, you really fucked up.
Right. Right. What is with these rich guys always just exposing themselves? He turns around and
And his
picks a
upper
great form.
torso is the shape of the Cybertruck. So look,
It is. It
I
is. I
mean,
saw the drawing. I saw the
yeah.
drawing. It's a very, very close. Maybe that's how he got the inspiration for the design. He was laying. I saw a picture of him laying on the beach.
him and Tucker
Hey.
were laying spread eagle, getting sun on their junk, because the
Scissoring
manliest
each other. Oh,
activity.
sorry.
They were stunning each other's dangles. And Tucker went, you know what? Your
Right.
body would be a great vehicle.
Yeah, because let's not forget they think testicle tanning actually increases testosterone.
Oh my
production.
God. Well, hey, let's ask RFK Jr. He'll let us know. He's done all the
Right.
research.
Right. I think the worm is taking over.
Yeah, the worm is taking over. All right. All right. Who else?
All right. Now we have the new Secretary of Education.
Oh my
You might
God.
think maybe it's a professor, maybe it's a teacher,
Oh,
maybe it's a principal, a
an
substitute.
educator, a
No,
janitor, someone who worked in a
it's
school.
Vince McMahon's wife, Linda McMahon. Like, what? What the hell is going on? But they actually have been involved themselves in quite a bit of controversy. Yeah, so Trump's education secretary named in a sex abuse lawsuit. Linda McMahon, who ran World WWE for decades, was accused in the lawsuit of not preventing one of the organization's employees from victimizing children who helped set up the wrestling rings. They call them the Ring Boys, which just sounds gross.
I'm here. Hold on. We have breaking news. It looks like we actually have footage of Linda McMahon teaching in a classroom. Is that right, Jeremy?
Yep. Here it is. She is showing her credentials on why
educational acumen.
Yep, this is why they picked her for Secretary of Education. Yep. Wait, no, I think I got the clip fixed up.
What's interesting is the person who just gave her a tombstone pile driver is a fellow scumbag Republican MAGA idiot, Kane.
Nice. But yeah,
a lot of wrestlers seem to be turning to the red side lately. We got Hulk Hogan embarrassing himself. The Undertaker went on to do a show or a segment with Donald Trump and Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
My childhood is just shitting all over itself.
I know. You know what's crazy though? Like people have been posting like breaking news just as a joke. This is like a new thing. Breaking news: Donald Trump appointed so and so to this position, and like I have to look it up because some of these appointments already are so crazy. Like
I don't know.
Be surprised if Hulk Hogan gets the cabinet position.
Satire is dead. Sarcasm is dead. Journalism is dead, and what we're left with is the headlines we've been living with since November 6th.
Yeah,
they're ridiculous.
We got to make fun of.
But wait, we have more.
There's more. Who's next? Who's on the list?
All right.
Oh,
now this person is now. This person is no longer in consideration for a cabinet position. They recently resigned their seat in Congress, moments literally before they were going to announce another victim came forward in their congressional investigation into if they're a pederast. That's a thing.
Yes.
Matt Gaetz, everyone. Mr. Gender Affirming Care himself. Exclusive. Ethics Committee told of second sexual encounter between Matt Gaetz and a 17-year-old. And why did he withdraw? Because he was avoiding exposure. Now he can run for governor of Florida. He can do whatever he wants. He has already said he is not returning to Congress next session, even though he just won. So technically, he just pissed on all of the people who just elected him into Congress again by leaving Congress and having accepted a position anyway. So either way, he was leaving Congress. Good job, MAGA. You really did good.
He is on Cameo though.
He's on Cameo now, but
$500, man. And
what's interesting is I think Matt Gaetz is the perfect example of what type of human, not just what type of human being will fill the Donald Trump swamp. but the lengths that Republicans will go still to do Donald Trump's bidding. Mike Johnson, our wonderful congressional leader.
Yeah.
Mike Johnson, Matt Gaetz is a private citizen, Mike Johnson said. Congress should not investigate a private citizen. Okay. Even though at no point during the investigation was he a private citizen because he was in Congress. But
right.
Also, what did Mike Johnson say? It doesn't matter that Hunter Biden is a private citizen. The American people deserve to know. Congress needs to investigate the fullest extent possible. Which is
that's
it?
Weird.
Turncoat?
Yeah.
Which is it, buddy?
Not only did they investigate the living shit out of Hunter Biden, Marjorie Taylor Greene showed nudes of him having a consensual experience with, apparently, yes, they were sex workers, but they were there voluntarily.
She showed porn.
Right.
She basically sexted. Okay, she used someone's naked image without their consent.
Yeah.
And not only showed it to some other people, but what happens in those hearings is public record. That's history until they erase it. You know, they'll probably burn that down. But the point is, you have a cadre of Republicans who want control of our government in a way that is not democratic. They want Christian nationalist ideals to sweep across our Constitution and set it on fire. Mike Johnson is a Christian nationalist. He is definitely a racist, definitely a bigot, definitely someone that thinks he has the ear of God, and God probably chose him so that he can help Donald Trump bring Jesus back to the land. Praise Jesus.
Yeah.
These are the people that we're allowing to confirm, because they will, pedophiles. I know I'm not supposed to say the word. We're going to go pedos, and people that like to be aggressive about their sexual advances on women. Is that a better way to say it? I like to call them all scumbags, dirtbags. These are not adults. These are not people who have any shred of respectability in them. But
no, I like to.
It's okay because they'll do whatever Donald Trump wants.
Yeah, I like to point out the Marjorie Taylor Greene once called the entire party, that Democratic Party, the party of pedophiles. She actually did that. They were up in arms about human sex trafficking coming across the southern border. They made a movie about it called The Sound of Bullshit. Wait, no, The Sound of Freedom. That's it.
Oh, I thought that was like 1,000 Mules. I get confused with their propaganda films.
Right. Yeah, we'll be able to get used to them because there's going to be a lot more now.
Yeah, well, that's going to be that's what they're going to show in the morning before the Pledge of Allegiance every day. Propaganda.
Yeah, and come to find out that the leaders are the ones that condone it, protect it, and promote it. I mean, as far as if you want a job, if you want a promotion, apparently sexual assault and all that stuff is perfectly fine when you live in
you know what?
Trump world.
Maybe in a weird way, hear me out. Maybe this type of person or these acts is a job requirement. Hear me out.
It could be.
No. This is, I think I just hit on something. How else, right? It's almost like when someone who's undercover in a biker gang is asked to do some drugs to prove that they're not an undercover agent, right? Well, if all you do is put people that are sexual abusers and sex traffickers and underage kid diddlers, if you just keep hiring those people, you know they're willing to do anything you ask of them. So maybe it is a requirement. Maybe. This way Donald Trump knows the low caliber of human he has in charge of our government. I want you to do that horrible, despicable thing. Yep, no problem, sir.
Unbelievable, but this is the world we live in now. And what we
voted for this, MAGA.
They're gonna fail. Okay, this is gonna fall apart. I'm starting to wonder if a lot of these policies they'll even be able to pull off. Because a lot of them are very fantastical, I guess what you want to say. They just I think they put the cart before the horse on a lot of this stuff, and they have a long way to go before they're going to be able to implement some of this stuff. They're going to try and consolidate as much power as they possibly can under one person, to make so you can make unilateral decisions regarding our lives instead of due process like we talked about on a different episode. That's all we have for today, guys. These people are gross. These people are gross. You should not have voted for it. If you did, it's embarrassing. It's shameful.
They voted proudly. and they're
right.
going to
And
do whatever they can to excuse their vote. And as the world shrinks around them, they're
mhm,
still going to excuse it because they're such despicable people. And I'm sorry, if
agree.
you voted for Donald Trump, you're despicable. You will
Yes.
never see the error of your ways because you voted for what you saw in yourself, an arrogant, self-centered moron.
Mm,
Sorry.
yeah. So, yeah, that's it. So if you like what we have to say, please don't forget to like and subscribe, share the video with your friends. Be part of the resistance because we're not going to give up. We're not going to bow down. And we're definitely not going to get on board with any of this fascist nonsense that's going on right now. This clown show, this absolute disaster, this no respect for the government, the positions and how important they are, just no respect for our traditions, a complete disregard for the Constitution. The most un American thing I've ever seen in my 47 years. And you voted for it, a lot of you. Should be ashamed of yourselves. So yeah,
Exactly.
that's it. Other than that, we love you all that do support us. If you'd like to help us out, we do have a GoFundMe link in the description of the video, or you can become a channel member if you'd like to help support our work. Like always, we'll talk to you soon.